You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 20th of September 2025. It is 92 days after the summer solstice. It is 2 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the day of La Fête de l'Opinion, the celebration of convictions. It is the 4th day of the Sansculottide, anticipating the beginning of the new year on the equinox. The sun rises today at 6:42 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:49 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:56 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 7:23 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:55 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 40 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 1% full at midday. The new moon will arrive tomorrow. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 4:14 a.m., 15 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10:55 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:17 p.m., 24 centimeters. At night, high tide, 10:55 p.m., 1 meter 55. In our shared realm of plants and animals, today is the first anniversary of the dedication of the Miyawaki Pocket Forest in Roosevelt Island. Planted in accordance with the principles devised by the botanist and plant ecologist Akira Miyawaki, it mimics the mixed natural forests of our region, using 45 species of native plants. It was planted in collaboration with the Lenape Center, so it reflects the way the native peoples of this place shaped the natural landscape. The Lenape have given it a name, Tekenink Atam, meaning let us go to the forest. At just 4,000 square feet, it is an example of how small interventions in the urban landscape can rewild the city, providing an environment for a wide variety of local creatures. Commemorations. On this day in the year 1187, Saladin, or Salah ad-Din, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, laid siege to the city of Jerusalem, which was in the hands of the European Crusaders. The city would peacefully surrender to Saladin 12 days later, and safe passage was arranged for many of those who chose to leave. Saladin restored the Muslim holy sites and showed broad tolerance toward Christians, even allowing Christian pilgrims to visit the city. On this day in 1498, a tsunami washed away the building housing the great Buddha statue in Kamakura. The statue represents Amitabha Buddha, seated in meditation. It is one of the most famous monuments in Japan. Made of bronze, it measures more than 13 meters tall, the height of a 4-story building. It was constructed in the year 1252. It was originally housed in a great hall, but the Nankai earthquake caused the tsunami that brought the building down. Since then, the statue has stood entirely outdoors. On this day in 1973, the Battle of the Sexes tennis match took place at the Houston Astrodome. Bobby Riggs had been a major tennis star in the 1940s. He belittled the women's tennis game and bragged that even at the age of 55, he could beat any of the top female players. Billie Jean King took him up on the challenge. She was 29 and a major star in her own right. In the televised match, King beat Riggs in straight sets 6-4, 6-3, 6-3. On this day in 1976, Playboy magazine published its interview with presidential candidate and devout evangelical Christian Jimmy Carter, in which he famously admitted, "I've looked on a lot of women with lust in my heart." On this day in 2001, President George W. Bush addressed a joint session of Congress and announced his so-called War on Terror. 2 decades of forever wars would ensue without clear war aims. Perhaps his sloppy language that day portended that sorrowful outcome. On this day in 2011, the United States military ended its Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. Gay men and women could henceforth serve openly for the first time. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 20th of September, 2025.